Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. Now, as you can see, I'm standing by a sign with a picture of all of the hostages that are being held in Gaza by Hamas, with the sign, "Bring them home." No matter where you go in Israel, whether it is on walls, on people's cars, the whole country is asking for the hostages to be brought home. Yesterday, our Foreign Minister, Eli Cohen, visiting the United Nations Human Rights Council, met with officials from the International Red Cross, appealing to them to give us proof of life, to go see our hostages, to visit our hostages, to make them a priority. He also called on UN Chief Antonio Guterres to resign. Guterres has been a very, very controversial figure of late, saying that the Hamas attacks did not happen in a vacuum. Now, personally, as somebody who has followed the United Nations and their particular angle with Israel for a number of years, UNRWA, which is the United Nations Relief Works Agency, their hospitals have become weapon storage facilities for a variety of weapons. Their textbooks in their schools are hotbeds of incitement for hate. So Secretary General Guterres, you've heard from our foreign minister, you've heard from our representative to the United Nations. Perhaps it is time for you to resign. The foreign minister was accompanied by families of the hostages. Now let's go to Shifa Hospital. This is a focal point right now of Israel's war with Hamas. As the IDF have been sharing over the last couple of weeks, Hamas embed themselves within the civilian population, using them as human shields, and specifically hospitals. They use the sick and the vulnerable as human shields. Now, the IDF in the early hours of the morning has gone into Shifa Hospital. They have said they are attacking very, very specific areas. However, they are in cooperation with hospital staff, and they have taken in incubators. As I told you just 2 days ago, the IDF offered 300 liters of fuel to Shifa Hospital to fuel those incubators, those life support machines. This was refused by Hamas. However, our troops are in there and have engaged with a number of terrorists and have managed to eliminate that threat. We also have confirmation that fuel trucks are entering the Gaza Strip. This has been confirmed by UNRWA officials as well. Earlier on today, the BBC had to issue an apology for a horrific translation that said that the IDF have gone in to attack Arabic speakers as well as medical staff. That is not the truth. The IDF have gone in with Arabic speakers and medical personnel. We now go to Canada, where Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has appealed to Israel to stop bombing babies and children. We just want to remind Trudeau that Israel does not seek to hurt civilians, a point that has been backed up by our Prime Minister Netanyahu, who says we are doing everything we can to mitigate civilian casualties. Remember, we don't have exact numbers. We have the numbers from the Hamas-backed health ministry. So there's no way of telling who are combatants and who are civilian casualties. Erdogan, the president of Turkey, has called Israel a terrorist state. I would just say to President Erdogan, you seem to have a very, very short memory. One only needs to look at Armenia, Cyprus, and your actions of the last couple of years, how you have cracked down on any kind of opposition in your country. Perhaps take a look there before pointing fingers at Israel. So those are top stories for today. Don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online for all our in-depth coverage. Our YouTube channel, as always, is at the Israel Brief. Our Facebook page is at Lotel Site, and we're on YouTube at Lay of the Land. So today, shorter but sweeter, but on location. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow.